Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Powers through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish.
Touchdown, Raiders! Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Raiders defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Throwing Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Patriots are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got themselves so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles. They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. On first down, Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And this trial is definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter. And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check, check. Reload, reload. Trap alert, trap alert. Rig it. Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame. Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Well, they're
receivers, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing a bit. They run another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one complete to Parker. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
second and goal. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And there defensively was Jack Jones.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Running right through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 127 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2nd and 5. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, goes over it. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That one deep for Hodgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. He's going to take another shot here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
21.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones got his man. It's Thornton. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. He got 29 yards that time.
I know retirement ceremonies and rocking chairs are often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Long. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation...
And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. The throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Isaiah Hodgins, 59 yards. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Jones now on 3rd down. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Jones throwing on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go. 11, 21, 21.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
11. Here we go. 11. 21. 12.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
11. Here we go. 11. 21. 12.
Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
11-11. Here we go. 11-11. 21. 12.
Throwing Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Guy's man, complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 69 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That is caught, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
11-11. Here we go. 11-11. 21.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to